So I woke up today knowing that I did not want to go to work. Like, there was nothing in my soul that could get me out of that feeling of just, no, I couldn't do it today. Regardless, I forced myself because I never called, and picking up the phone and doing the call to work saying I don't want to come in for whatever reason gives me enough anxiety as it is. So sometimes it's easier just to go in. So I went into work, and it was a 6.5 hour shift. And for the entire of the shift, all I could think was, is the money even worth it? If it's making me feel a certain way. And I was just constantly stuck in this dilemma and debating whether I should just call off work for the rest of this week. And not just for the rest of this week, until I start uni again. Just take these couple of weeks off for myself. I feel like it's affected a lot of things in my life. Lost a lot of discipline, motivation in other aspects. Sure, I've gained it in other areas because I've been so focused on certain things in my life. But because of that focus in certain areas, it's been lost in others. And I feel like work has been a factor in impacting things negatively. So it was difficult today. Managed to get through the shift, and then I came home. I did what I had to do, cleaned my room, made some food, showered and whatnot, prayed. And then I came into my room and I loaded on my laptop and I watched a couple of videos. And I spent a lot of time, after I watched just a couple of videos to wind down, then I just spent a lot of time just sitting there with my thoughts. And I wouldn't even say necessarily thinking so intricately or in a deep manner. I was just there with myself. Like, I was really present in the company of my own. And in that time I was thinking about a lot of things, and I just reflected on how today went. You know, I know how I was feeling last night about going to work, and I know how I was feeling this morning when I woke up, and I know how I was feeling the entire time I was at work, and I knew how I felt by the time I finished work as well. It never at any point really got easier. I never necessarily felt relieved at any point or commended myself for getting through it or felt like I was getting through it. It was just happening, and I just happened to exist through the shift and get to the end. That's how it felt. But nonetheless, it happened and we got through it, and now it's like 10:24 p.m. It's the end of the day. Got work in the morning again. And in that time of taking the moment to be in the company of my own and having that presence, I just got this random, like, realization is the word am I looking for? What word am I looking for here? Something just happened where I just had this click, and I thought about the day and I acknowledged how I felt. I acknowledged how I've been feeling. And on top of all of that, and regardless of all these things, I got through it. I got through the shift. I managed to come home, managed to make food, managed to shower, clean my room, do all of these things. And yes, these are minimal things. These are everyday chores. But today specifically, more than other days, and more than typical, it felt a little bit more than just an everyday chore. Because it felt a little bit more difficult. It felt like I needed to use a little bit more in me to get through it. And that little bit more, I didn't know if I had in me. And I didn't know I had in me until I got through the day, until about this time now, where I've reached the end of the day, getting ready for tomorrow. So here I am now, talking to you guys, gonna get ready for bed so I can sleep, wake up, and do the same tomorrow. But tomorrow, where I am here right now, compared to 24 hours ago, in a far better place. Why? What was the change in just 24 hours? How do I feel so much better? Not necessarily saying I'm feeling, top 5 most happiest people in the world. I'm not saying that. But the reason there's the switch is because I just acknowledged my achievements today. Doesn't matter how big they are. Whether they're small or big in someone else's mind, today it was large and significant to me to get through my day, to go to work, attend, complete my duties, finish my shift at my job, come home, make food, pray, be there for my family, and be a son, and be a sibling, and be an uncle, and doing all of these things. Those are all significant achievements for me today. And I really felt that. I guess my point being is that it is so important to acknowledge your achievements.